Welcome into this edition of the Red Sox Rundown by Chat Sports, and it feels so good to get a win on opening day at Fenway Park. I am your host, Jack Lautaret, and we got a lot to talk about today's 13-9 win over the Cardinals. But before we get into that, if you love Red Sox news, if you love Red Sox rumors, if you love recaps after every single game, if you bleed Red Sox baseball every single day, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are so close to our goal of 1,500 subscribers. I'm trying to grow the channel as fast as possible, make this the fastest growing Red Sox channel on YouTube. If you love the Sox, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's get into the notes. There's a lot to cover today. A very dense game in terms of storylines. The hit parade was on. Everyone except for Rafael got a hit. Walker Buehler looked pretty rough. A new celebration for home runs. We're going to get into all of that today. Let's start with Walker Buehler. I want to talk about him first. Let me pull up his stat line. I'm not going to mince words. He didn't look good today. And I listened to Cora's press conference afterwards, and he basically echoed the same thing. Looking at Buehler's stat line. 5 innings, so I said 4 innings on my short. It was actually 5 innings. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks. He gave up 2 home runs. His ERA right now sits at 8.68. He didn't have good command of his breaking ball. He didn't have good command in general. A lot of hard hit balls, and the defense was good. We'll talk about the defense in the 9th inning, though, here in a little bit. But he just was not executing the pitches that he needed to, especially when he was in 2-strike situations and situations like that. The Cardinals are a good offensive team. There's no doubt about that. But I think Buehler he did not execute today, and that is not what you want to see, especially for Buehler. His first start at Fenway. He did start to lose it at the end of the game. He yelled out an expletive on the mound in the 4th inning, I believe it was. And you could tell that he was starting to lose and that he was very frustrated. And Cora said as much in his press conference. He said Buehler's very frustrated, and he said that it was not a good outing. Let's get out of the way of the negative, though. Let's talk about the positive. The offense is back. This was the biggest issue in Texas, was that the offense was not hitting. They were not converting with runners in scoring position. None of that. The Red Sox today were, let me pull this up. They left 9 runners on base. Okay, not bad, not great. They were 7 for 14 with runners in scoring position. So they were batting .500 today with runners in scoring position, which was absolutely fantastic. The first inning was as good of a start as you could have asked for. 5 runs scored, back-to-back home runs by Trevor Story and Wilyer Abreu. Fenway was jumping. Fenway was rocking. And you could tell, even just watching the broadcast on TV, that it was an absolute electric factory within the confines of Fenway Park. And this is the type of offensive output that you should expect for this team. You had Jarren Duran get on real quick. You had Trevor Story with the home run, Wilyer Abreu with the home run. You had guys converting early in the game. And if you have a 5-run lead in any game, doesn't matter what the situation is, doesn't matter who you're playing, doesn't matter where you are, a 5-run lead at the end of the first inning, you should feel incredibly confident that you're going to win that game. Now, there was some antics that took place throughout this game. The pitchers left a little bit to be desired in that 9th inning. There was definitely mistakes that were made. But in a normal setting with no shenanigans in a regularly played baseball game, if you score 5 runs in the first inning, you should feel pretty good about yourself. And the Red Sox looked absolutely phenomenal. Wilyer Abreu might be the best player on the Red Sox right now. Maybe other than Garrett Crochet, who had his introductory press conference today, and John Henry was there. That was crazy. We got a John Henry sighting today. But yeah, I think Wilyer Abreu might be the best player on this team right now. I don't even think that's that much of a hot take. He went 3 for 5 today with the home run, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. He had a diving play in right field. He looks the part. You know, there was all that speculation in the offseason of if someone was going to get traded. Oh, who's going to get traded in the outfield? Well, it's going to be Wilyer because you've got Cedon and Jarren, and you can't get rid of either of those. Wilyer's saying, nah, man, I deserve a spot on this team. I deserve a spot on this team now. And he has looked the best of anyone, you know, in baseball, really. Like, he has looked so good. I was able to scoop him up on all of my fantasy teams, and having him in my lineup every day just makes me feel so good. Go down below in the comments for me. Grade the performance of Wilyer Abreu so far this season. A, B, C, D, or F. I'm giving it an A+. I think he has burst onto the scene. He has exceeded all of the expectations. I thought he was going to be good. I thought he would contribute. I thought he would have that Gold Glove caliber defense in right field. But to be the leader on this team right now in hitting, and to be, one of the most productive players in baseball right now, like, that has exceeded the expectations tenfold. So go down below in the comments, A, B, C, D, or F. Grade the performance of Wilyer Abreu so far this season. More on the offense. Rafael Devers and Duran are both alive. They were, and Triston Casas as well. I got to add Triston Casas into this conversation as well. Jarren Duran I wasn't really worried about, because when you watch Jarren Duran hit the baseball, he was hitting the ball hard. It just happened to go to a fielder. He was not finding gaps. He was getting very unlucky with some really solid defensive plays as well. Today, 6 at-bats, 2 hits. Okay, so 2 for 6. That's not, like, great. But again, he had a few hard hit balls today that were absolute web gems in the outfield. He did score a run as well. It had an RBI. He's only batting .222 right now, but again, he's hitting the ball hard. I'm not worried about Jarren Duran. Rafael Devers, 2 for 3 today. 2 walks. He had an RBI and a run scored. No strikeouts. I was saying this a few videos ago. The strikeouts were frustrating, but if you look, he was not catching up to the baseball. Like, he was putting together really, really good at-bats. And I think that he showed that here today with 2 hits, 2 walks. He can control the zone. His eye is good. His eye is not the problem. It was just catching up to the pitches. And now that he's getting his timing back, we're seeing the Rafael Devers that we know and love. So I know that everyone was ready to jump into panic mode the first 5 games of the season. I was too. I was talking about it as well. But now that he is starting to get his timing back, he is looking like that really solid hitter that we know and love from the past. And then Triston Casas, 2 for 5, 2 runs, runners in scoring position. He was good. He was moving runners over. He looked really good as well. This entire team, minus Ceddanne Rafaela, got at least 1 hit today. Kristian Campbell had 1 hit. Kristian Campbell had 1 hit. Everyone else had more than 1 hit. Everyone else had a multi-hit game except for Kristian Campbell. You look at the batting averages now, they're all going up. They're all going up, and that is what you want to see. There are 3 players right now in the lineup today that have an OPS over 1,000. Wilyer Abreu, Kristian Campbell, Carlos Narvaez all have OPSs over 1,000 right now. Let's talk about Carlos Narvaez. Got to start again today, 2nd day in a row. Cora said that Wong was going to start tomorrow and Sunday. But I think we're getting close to having a conversation about this, about Connor Wong versus Carlos Narvaez, because Wong has looked better defensively this year by far. Like, he has upgraded defensively, but offensively, he has been nothing short of non-existent. I don't have his stats in front of me, but it's basically non-existent. He hasn't done anything. And it is a running joke. I know the guys on the Section 10 podcast were making a running joke of it as well, is that every time it comes up to bat, you just kind of know he's going to get an out. Where Carlos Narvaez today and yesterday has looked good. I mean, today specifically, he went 2 for 3, 2 walks, 2 RBIs. I mean, that's all you can ask for your catcher, and he's looked really good. He's hit the ball hard, and he's done it in places where he's desperately needed to with runners in scoring position. So I think we can have at least a little bit. I know we're only still about 10-ish games into the season, but I do think that there is a conversation that can be had at least right now on who should be the starting catcher. And I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to leave that to you guys down below in the comments. Who do you think should be the starting catcher of the Boston Red Sox right now? If you think it should be Connor Wong, still type CW in the comments. If you think it should be Connor Wong. If you think it should be Carlos Narvaez, type a CN. I was a Carlos Narvaez truther all through spring training. I thought he looked really good. He was brought in as a defensive specialist. But if he can lock into his power and he can continue to hit at a clip that he's hitting right now, I think he can be one of the best hitters on the team potentially. And for that to be your catcher, that's like the ideal scenario for this team. So you guys let me know down below in the comments, CW for Connor Wong or CN for Carlos Narvaez. So the Red Sox bullpen. I had written my notes originally, and I said the bullpen looked good. And then it started to crumble a little bit. Greg Weissert came in. One inning, no runs, great. Zach Kelly came in, 1 inning, 1 run, fine. Brennan Bernardino, 1 inning, no runs, great. Brennan Bernardino's looked really good so far this season as well, which is crazy considering he was fighting for a spot in spring training. So overall, the bullpen looked good. But then Cooper Criswell came in the ninth and struggled mightily. That's not all his fault, though. There were 3 errors in the ninth inning, 2 from Kristian Campbell, which didn't look good, and then a throwing error from Alex Bregman. That really did, flip the switch. Criswell had 3 runs, but 2 of them were unearned. So it was shaky. Chapman came in and got the save, though, so that was good. So the theme of the story is, other than the kind of lackluster ninth inning, which I don't even really fully think was Criswell's fault. I think it was the errors that really set that off. The bullpen continues to look really, really solid, which is, again, something that I did not think we'd be saying this early into the season. I thought that the bullpen was the biggest weakness of the Red Sox going into the season, but the fact that they have mostly been locked down so far, that is exactly what you want to see. Weissert has an ERA of 0. Bernardino, ERA of 0. Chapman, ERA of 0. Zach Kelly has an ERA of 2.25, but that's still pretty good. Like, this bullpen has, and Whitlock yesterday looked really good as well. So I'm really glad that the bullpen has shown up and shown out when they've needed to the most to keep the Red Sox in some of these games where they've desperately needed the pitching to hold on. A few more notes before we get out of here. Like I said, bunch of errors in the ninth. It was an ugly ninth inning for the defense, but overall, the defense is still elite. Jarren Duran had a really great play in the outfield today. Trevor Story almost had probably the best play of the year defensively, if not for Triston Casas dropping it. Just unfortunate, but Trevor Story had an incredible play in the middle of the infield today. Wilyer Abreu, we already talked about, had a diving play. This defense looks absolutely elite. And I love Rafael Devers, and I don't want to crap on the guy. Shout out Tyler Milliken. But it's just night and day with Bregman at third. They've turned the most double plays in Major League Baseball this year. They turned, I think, 3-ish or 4-ish more again today. That's valuable when you get runners on, to have the confidence that your defense can pick up a pitcher if they get a runner or 2 on. That is valuable. And the fact that the defense has taken such a 180 from what it was last year is incredible. And it gives me a lot of confidence that I did not have last year. A few more things. Fenway was buzzing today. We have not seen it like this in years. And they were talking about it on the broadcast. Loomer and Obi were talking about it on the broadcast today. There is a vibe around Fenway that they have not seen in a few years. And that's just credit to the team actually doing stuff in the offseason, this team actually having the potential to be a really good team this year. So it was really cool to see that. And then I saved this for last. The Wally Head home run celebration. I absolutely love it. It was all over social media, so I assume you guys all saw it today, but I absolutely love it. I think it's awesome. Last year they had the marathon medal. This year they've got the Wally Head for the home run celebrations. It's great. It's just Red Sox, and it was commissioned by Jarren Duran, which is such a leader thing for Duran to do. I wanted to see Duran, go into more of a leadership role this year. That was something I really wanted to see from him, and for him to be the one that commissioned that and had that be the thing, I absolutely love it. It just put a smile on my face when Story came in and they put that on. I'm like, oh my God, what is that? And it was so, so cool. I really loved it. But you guys let me know in the comments, did you like the Wally Head celebration? Type a Y for yes or type an N for no. I think that Red Sox fans are all going to love it. I think people around Major League Baseball are going to be like, that's kind of tacky. But if you're a Red Sox fan, how can you not like it? It's just Red Sox. It's absolutely awesome. So you let me know. Y for yes, N for no. Did you like the Wally Head celebration? I want to hear your thoughts. All right, my last note on this game. This is the team we were expecting. The Texas series, which I happened to be at, which was really unfortunate that I saw them lose 2 of the 3 games I went to. But the Texas series was not a good representation of what this team actually can be. The offense will not be an issue. It was an issue the first few games of the season, but for a majority of the season, the offense should not be an issue. They have, in theory and on paper, one of the most dynamic offenses in baseball from top to bottom. And for us to finally see them start to break out in a game like this where they put up double-digit runs, everyone except for 2 hitters had double-digit or had multi-hit games. they can be so damn good. This team can be best in the American League. And for us to finally start to see that happen after that really brutal start to the season should be making every Red Sox fan really, really happy. I know I'm happy. I know you all are happy. Go enjoy the night. Go enjoy the win. They're going to be back at it again tomorrow, and we will be here again tomorrow to break down all of the action. If you love the Red Sox, if you love content like this, if you love the recaps on the channel, we are doing them every single day here at the Red Sox Rundown. So don't miss out. Hit the subscribe button. Like I said, we're trying to grow to 1,500 subscribers as quickly as possible. Join the family. Red Sox Nation, come on in. Take a seat. Have a good time. We're going to be covering the Sox all season long. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for all the positive comments lately as well, too. I've tried to respond to every single one of them. They mean the absolute world. And until next time, go Sox.